Hey guys, I'm Will240 and I haven't made a video on my channel in a long time. So basically I want to start making like vlogs about like random stuff, but it'll mostly be like about DJing, because you might know the Your Options Are videos on my channel. You'll see Your Options Are like where like a garage rock, it was like garage rock, we were just kind of messing around with guitars and drums. Because we actually know how to play them. I know how to play guitar, I take guitar lessons, and Alex, who is the drummer, knows how to play the drums pretty well. Really well actually. But we kind of quit the rock music. We kind of grew bored of it. And we figured out that it really wasn't going well. I don't know. It wasn't going anywhere. And we've been interested in DJing for a while, but we never really actually went anywhere with it. So now we've kind of slowly transitioned into DJing, and now we are basically a DJ troupe. The school I go to, they like the fact that we DJ, and they tend to pick us to DJ their dances. Before we were Your Options Are, although we weren't exactly great at DJing before we became Your Options Are, but we still had an interest in it. Because, like, we don't cost any money, you know, for our school. We're students in our own school. What are we going to do, charge them? But that's not really the only reason why they picked us. Not that they're being greedy or anything for money or being cheap, but also they said that, like, we're the only students who, like, have any capability of DJing. They think it's cool that, like, the audience would like be knowing the people who are DJing, making it more comfortable to ask for requests, although we really don't take requests anymore. One dance we took requests, it ended badly with the requests, because like 15 people would come up to us screaming requests for like pretty ridiculous songs. One guy kicked our speakers because we didn't play Cupid Shuffle for the third or fourth time that night. This will really explain the weird title now of the video. People at our school tend to have a very large sense of nostalgia. They really like kids movies that they used to watch when they were young. Like they seriously sit down and watch them like at their home now. Don't really take part in this much. I honestly don't. But hey, to each their own. And like it goes in waves for like particular kids movies. Like people like all of a sudden talk about this one old Disney movie like that they used to watch as a kid. Like everyone relates to it. I don't know how it happens. And, like, sometimes, like, it'll stop for a while and then it'll go on to some other movie. And, like, one time it was, like, The Rescuers, for instance, like, everyone was talking about it. Personally, I think that movie sucked, but that was just me. Not Disney's best work. But now it's the movie An American Tail, if you've ever heard of it. If you haven't, basically what it is this old kids movie from the 80s. Like, it was actually by Steven Spielberg. Don't really know why Steven Spielberg would be responsible for something along like that, but it's like about how like all the Russians were immigrating to America, but instead it was mice. So basically a bunch of mice from Russia got into a passenger boat that had a bunch of immigrants in it and like hid, and like they got to America and like trying to, don't know exactly how it worked. I haven't really seen the whole thing. I don't plan to, honestly. Just don't really care that much. The thing about this DJing is, now that we've been known as DJs, they want to hear particular songs for this dance coming up. It's the end of the year beach party. Our school has an indoor pool. It's mostly used for gym use, but it's actually somewhat warm, and we also use it for recreational stuff. So, and they got it remodeled recently, so like, it's basically like, we're gonna be near the poolside DJing, and like, everyone's gonna be in the pool, basically. So like, you kind of like swimming and just like hanging out at the pool, and there's gonna be music and lighting and food and all that cool stuff. I thought it was a pretty cool concept when the school brought it up. We're DJing it, like I said, and one big request was, for some reason, from a lot of people, not just like one or two people, quite a few, is that they want us to play just normally, completely normally, no remixing or anything, Somewhere Out There from that movie, An American Tail. It's like this really insanely slow song, insanely slow. You know, I don't know, like, one of them mice got left in Russia, so, like, they're just singing to each other from God knows how many miles away, you know, kind of cheesy, you know, romance, kind of like one of those cheesy romance movies, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, they want us to play that song as a slow dance. I don't know why. For the life of me, I can't figure it out. Because, like, it's not like a slow pop song. It's like keep in mind, this is a kid's movie from the 80s. With cartoon mice, like, it doesn't work. So, I told Alex about this, and his philosophy was simple. Skrillex makes everything better. And I'm like, so? And he's like, mix it with Skrillex. Just, like, randomly stop the song and cue the tempos. So, like, when it plays that Somewhere Out There song, then just switch it to the Skrillex song, like, at the right moment. Like, replace the chorus or something with a Skrillex song and play the rest of the Skrillex song from there. And I said, oh, well, that's a good idea. But now, like, people are kind of upset about that because, like, what Alex wanted to do was, like, replace the lyrics with a rap by Foreign Beggars, which I thought was a pretty interesting concept. Of course, that didn't end well, because we talked about it, word got around somehow, and everyone was like, why would you ruin such a childhood classic? So now they're telling us not to do it. I don't even know if we're going to play it anymore, but we might have to do some sort of remixing just to see what response we would get, because I have a feeling like half the people would love it, the fact that we were playing some song from An American Tail. Like, half the people would hate it, since it's not a dance song at all. I also forgot to mention that these people who are, like, into this American Tail movie, they want us to play Somewhere Out There. They don't want us to stop there. No. Because the ways we can publicly humiliate ourselves and lose our reputation as good DJs, you know, forever, you know, one does not simply stop at the first movie. No. They go on to sequels. They seriously want us to play a song from Five Goes West. I mean, you've seen the soundtrack for that thing? The only reason I know about it is because one of my friends, again, is, like, unhealthily obsessed with it. The soundtrack is eternal. And they want us to pick a song from that movie and, like, want us to pick a song from that movie and, like, play it. I think the only thing would be for that one is, because the soundtrack seems to be worse, is more violent bass drops and more Skrillex than the first one. That's the only way. But I don't know, people are really into that movie. They also wanted us to play No Cats in America, that other song from the first movie, one of the many other songs. One time there was a school play that we did, like, I actually directed it, called The Hungry Games, and, like, it's just kind of like a fake version of The Hunger Games. It was, like, really stupid. It was a comedy parody. It was also satirical of, like, Hollywood and stuff like that. So we made, like, there was this one part where, like, the Capitol was, like, doing this torture method on the fighters where, like, they had to continue to fight with bad music in the background. They play, like, Baby by Justin Bieber and a bunch of other stuff. And there was this one part where they played No Cats in America, and, like, one of the people melted because the song was so horrible and they couldn't take it anymore. So you can't really do anything good with that song at a dance. I'm sorry, but again, who dances to this? Like, why do they want us to play this at a dance? Because, like, that's not music to dance to at all. I mean, just look it up on, like, YouTube or something. Look up that movie soundtrack if you've never heard it before. If you're a fan who's watching this, I'm expecting hate comments. But we're going to be DJing, and we're going to start making music, as your options are. We have our own channel, I actually forgot to mention, YOA Official. Alright, see ya.